Apparently I'm just in a ninja mood at this point, because after I recorded Ninja Gaiden Shadow, I really got a hankering to play this game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan. Released in 1990 by Konami under their Ultra Games label, this is the first home version of a game for the Ninja Turtles that actually felt like a Turtles game. You know, and also had the theme song in it. I don't know how the first NES one didn't have it. I'd heard that Konami didn't take Turtles seriously at first until they realized, oh, we're making a lot of money off of this. So, I guess that makes a lot of sense. That's definitely a company standpoint. April has been kidnapped by Shredder. Shocking. That never happens in the show. Turtles, you must save April. All 4 of you that are all the same color somehow. Because it's the Game Boy. Normally when I play the Game Boy games, I like to do them in monochrome, but for some reason the default color scheme that Game Boy Advances offer for this, I kind of like it. It works alright for this one. Let's see. Set attack to B, set jump to A, and this game is kind of cool in the sense that you can pick your starting stage. You can start at stage 5 and do the final stage right away, but you do not get the full ending unless you start from stage 1. And this is a Let's Play anyways, we should probably do the whole game. It's not that long. So let's start with stage 1. Our very highly detailed player select screen. It was an early Game Boy game. I can't fault it too much. It's still funny to see though. Let's go in turtle order. By which I mean let's pick Michelangelo. Stage 1! There's my boy Mikey! In all his red glory, fighting the Red Foot Clan. Hanging out in front of K90's rock posters and, you know, that famous wall in New York. The controls for this game are, as you would expect for an early Game Boy game, really simple. Walk forward, left and right, jump with A. You can actually get a lot of height off that too. Attack with B or whatever you decide to set the controls to. Ducking and attack. Throw shuriken. They're not that strong, but they're a projectile at least, and I do believe they go the length of the screen. Yes, they do. It's just most bosses are immune to them. You also have your powerful kick, which is honestly actually your best move in the game because you can just keep mashing it to do a stupid amount of damage if a boss or enemy has like no invincibility frames. And a lot of bosses are kind of weak to it, so get some kicks in. Also, one last thing this game has are hidden little secrets. There are 8 minigames hidden around. As far as I could find, I couldn't figure out if there were any more. There are 8 different ones, but there's 8 different locations, but there's only 3 different minigames. Which is why I honestly thought there were gonna be 9? Because one of them doesn't show up 3 times. But at least Splinter's here to show us that he's very green, he should probably take a shower. But, get a nice little slow jam, too. 10 chances to find the secret number! If you've ever watched The Price is Right, you're probably familiar with this. You just pick a number, put a number in, and they'll tell you if it's higher or lower. However, and this is a mistake I made both as a kid and as an adult when I tested the cartridge to make sure it worked, the smaller is referring to your number, not the actual number you're trying to find. It got to a point where the manual itself even states that, so I guess they figured there was going to be some actual confusion about that. So the best strategy if you've never done one of these before is generally to keep increasing your number in halves. Or close to halves, because usually at some point it starts falling apart because you're like, oh, okay, well, I can only split an odd number so many times. I can't split it right down the middle, so I've got to pick a higher or lower number on it. Okay, so it is smaller than 875, but bigger than 750. So let's try. Yeah, this is where it starts getting a little tricky. Let's go with 815. Still bigger. Okay. My gut check is I'm gonna go with halves again. Something tells me it's gonna be under 775. It is. Okay. I think I said I was gonna go with halves, and then I didn't really listen to myself, did I? So lower than 775, but bigger than 750. Smaller than 763, so let's go with 756. Smaller. 759. Ooh, okay, well, we've got it, because there's only 2 numbers we can put in now. It is 757. Hey! For getting that correct, we get all of our health back. However, we were already at full health, so that was basically a waste of time. But hey, we got to hear a nice slow jam and hang out with Splinter. That's cool. Like I said, as best I could find 8 of those around the actual game. And online, looking around online, that's all I could find. I really feel like it should be 9 since there are 3 different types. It would make sense because I think they slightly go up in difficulty, or at least the ones that can. And now the Turtles team is gone, and we're in the sewers, as you would expect from a Ninja Turtles game. Casually walk around in the lucky sewer water, see some Mousers. Casually smack them, oops, and turn around at the wrong time. We picked up pizza earlier as well. As you would guess, pizza is a full heal in this way. There's 2 different versions. There is the full heal, full pizza, and of course, pizza by the slice, which is 2 pieces of health. Oh, and then there's Gygas's face that is bouncing around. Make sure not to mess with that if you can. There we go. Pizza by the slice. Which is funny, because if you walk right here, there's another bonus minigame. Give me that slow jam, Splinter. Power up! Leave 1 remaining. Okay, so this one's a little interesting, and I have screwed this up a lot. So don't be surprised if I screw this up. Whatever turtle you're playing as, and Krang have a competition to remove the most shurikens, or remove all the shurikens, but make sure they're not the one left picking up the final one. You can select as many as you want in a row, and you do not have to start at the beginning. You can pick, I don't actually think I can cancel this, can I? Oh, I can. You can just pick the middle if you want. But generally, the AI seems to get in a weird loop if you actually just go ahead and remove the middle. Okay, let's see if I can do this, because I think I might. There's a trick to this that actually works all the time. And that would be it. Thanks, Krang. You're all brain, too. You think you would have gotten that. Yeah, sometimes, sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes it doesn't work at all. My favorite was the first time I did this again. Sitting down, taking the full first row, and then he took all of the second row and then gave it to me right away. And then I'm like, I wonder if he's smart enough. If I get rid of the second row, will he leave some for me? Nope. He immediately killed me. So Krang at least sort of knew what he was doing. Walking across the street, fighting some random foot members and their giant motorcycle. Their giant motorcycle, which I love, is just a completely different color. I know it's because we're using the color palette, but still really funny to see. That and in the manual, they describe how many points every enemy is worth, but there's like 3 enemies in the whole game you actually can't kill, and the motorcycle is one of them. So the manual says something along the lines of like, not worth any value to society, or something stupid like that. I love when manuals have like just that little bit of personality to just be like, yeah, it's not worth anything, you're just supposed to dodge this, but let's at least make it a little cheeky. I miss the olden days of manuals and collecting stuff like that. This is one of those games I played as a kid, which I'm sure is not shocking considering how much I talk about Ninja Turtle stuff or have played Ninja Turtle stuff. One of my first LPs I did was the NES one, which is one of the few games Konami put out before this, so. But this is just like Batman Return of the Joker, this is one of those games that like a bunch of my friends had. I guess because it's like, you know, oh, Batman, everyone likes Batman. Oh, Ninja Turtles, everyone likes Ninja Turtles. And at the time, we thought this was great. Going back now, it's a bit chunky. It feels a little stiff, and I'm sure that's kind of obvious if you're watching. Last bonus minigame of this world. We'll talk about the chunkiness after, but first off, Splinter says hit 6 targets, regain power. How do you feel about clay shooting or skeet shooting, whatever you want to call it? It's a target minigame. Move with the D-pad, A button, shoot. Generally staying in the center. We'll get you all of them, but you only really need your first time around 6. The more times you find this minigame, the more the difficulty goes up. But at the beginning, it's pretty easy. And if you get it perfect, you do get 1,000 points. I believe as well, if you get the number minigame on your first guess, you do also get a perfect point bonus, but that is one of those Sorry, that is a literal 1 in 1,000 chance. So good luck on that. Or save state. Just save state. Want that high score? Gotta cheat. Or get stupid lucky. So those are the 3 different types of minigames. We got nothing else new to show off in, oops, that aspect. Hang on, we gotta make sure we don't lose Mikey here. Getting a lot of stupid hits, which is a very Michelangelo thing to do, technically. But thankfully, somehow his attack hits over his head if you time it right, so you'll be properly okay. Wanna drop a pizza for me? No? Okay. So anyone got a pizza? Does this brick have a pizza? No. Lots of bricks, lots of bricks. There's the pizza. Thanks, Mauser. You know, you'd think Baxter and Shredder and everyone would stop loading up the enemies with pizzas, but I guess even robots like pizza. God, I miss pizza. It's time to fight Rocksteady. He's got a gun. It fires 1 bullet. Oh, until he reloads it, I guess. You can just get him in a loop. Just keep kicking him back into the corner, jump his bullet. It's a first boss, what do you expect? Piece of cake. Good job, Mikey. Turtle power. Points for every pip of health you have, full heal, and you jump out of here with a nice little mini cutscene. The enemy must be near. April is screaming. We can hear her in the sewer, somehow. Turtle power. All right, who was up next? Raph. Yeah, Raph. Play as my favorite Ninja Turtle. Now I'm playing as my wife's favorite Ninja Turtle. Raphael's here to kick the crap out of every Foot Clan member he sees as he jumps right into a bug. Oops. As you've likely noticed with the sprites, there's no actual visible difference between the turtles except for the weapons, and even then, they say the range is the same, but for some reason I feel like Donatello has better range. But that could just be bias in the fact that he has the best range in every other game. We've got a little crusher here. If you're standing up, you'll take a bunch of damage. I do mean a lot, but you can duck and not get hit. But you don't need to worry about damage when you've got another hidden minigame. Ooh, difficulty's already gone up. Hit 8 targets, regain power. I believe if you don't find the actual minigames, that the shooting one at least, it should stay at 6. So if you find the final one that would normally be, I think, 10 targets, it would still be 6, but that could also just be randomness. I can test that and put it up in the edit later, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Sadly though, even with the up difficulty, no different bonus for getting the perfect. Give me that health. Perfect, let's keep going. More Foot Clan members, more bug robots, more crushers. Pizza, right underneath the crusher, of course. And guess what? Yep, another minigame right away. I don't know if they expected you to take damage that fast, but they just throw it at you immediately. Power up, leave one remaining. All right, let's see if the same strategy works. What are you gonna do, Krang? Oof. Actually, no, this is an instant win. Bingo. Done and done. Hooray. Thanks, Krang. Thanks for the full health when I already had full health and had pizza. I find it so weird that they would do that. Like, I guess, to be fair, you wouldn't really think to jump up there normally, especially since you just did a bonus minigame, and it's not even exactly in a spot you would normally check. But I like how sneaky at least some of the bonus minigames are. I think, well, we found 5 so far. There's 3 left, and unfortunately the remaining 3 are all in the exact same spot. Like, literally, it just becomes like a pattern, like, check this spot, and most of the time you'll find a secret. Also, I hate how this color scheme makes these look like Gygas's, like, not face, but body, the soul zone around him. And I only noticed it specifically because I decided to do this recording with the color palette on. I guess it could be worse. I could have picked one of the other color palettes. Could be bright yellow. There's always that. Thanks, Nintendo, for letting me play a Ninja Turtle game in bright yellow. I guess there actually was a proper green, too. And now the music is slightly higher pitched. Still moving forward, though. More Dancing Mousers, more Foot Clan, and more slow walking. I think if there's anything about this game that kind of bums me out about it, is the walking speed, man. I know it's a Game Boy game. I know I'm asking a lot. But damn, like you can feel the speed that they move at. I guess the problem is the game I obviously grew up a lot with as a kid, Turtles related, was Turtles 1, which has its own weird feel to it, and Turtles in Time, which literally lets you run. So when you go from those to this, you definitely feel it. But the Game Boy games were good in their own right. Like, I remember playing the second one a lot as a kid, Fall of the Foot Clan. Or sorry, wait, Back from the Sewer. Sorry, this is Fall of the Foot Clan. And then the third one, Radical Rescue, was one as a kid I always wanted to find because it looked so cool. And, you know, I like Ninja Turtles. It made sense, but I never found it anywhere to buy as a kid. Then as an adult, I finally tracked it down, and we actually did it for game clearing back in, like, that was, what, 2017 at this point? It was a while back. And it became a little meme for a while around our streams because the game itself was really cool, but, it asks a lot about you at the end. We may end up actually playing that here on the channel because I've kind of been jonesing to play it again, and I know that's asking for trouble, considering the meme in particular with that boss, or with that game, but... Oh, here comes Bebop! Famous for his punch to the face, and his hula hoop gun. I'm actually getting pretty greedy with this. And done. I like the little sprite, though, of his glasses falling off. I think that's actually a nice touch, Konami. Well done. All right. Take the week off, Raph. You're good. We jump out of the sewers! Land in the middle of New York. Oh, no! They escaped my car! We're all smiling for some reason. I don't know why, the little smiley faces. They're great. They're so good. All right. Who are we taking in here? Leonardo, let's go. Time for another hot Konami jam as we ride the trucks down the highway to find April. I don't know why they have so many Foot Clan members on this convoy they're apparently running. Well, what are we gonna do? I guess we'll take them all out. Sorry, this song's actually really good. I actually am stunned how good the music is. I know Konami usually does good 8-bit music, so I can't be shocked, but it's just really nice to hear, especially when you haven't heard it for a long time. Like, when I played this and when I beat this, I was probably, what, like 7? That sounds about right. The funny thing was, though, my cousin had the second game. Like I talked about, I had played them, but I couldn't figure out how to beat the second one. For some reason, stage 5 stumped me. Just to show that there's no pits and no secrets. This is the only stage that does not have any bonus minigames that I could find. Looking online, I couldn't find any, and just jumping around on the stage, I couldn't find any. And I think they just did it that way because it's actually the shortest stage. As soon as we get to the end of this convoy, we are already at the boss. Like, you'd think something like this would be a secret, no? Ah! The little shock and surprise the soldiers have as well too when you knock it back at them. They're like, I don't have any way to attack anymore. I didn't think this part of the plan through. Wee, wee. I can never remember the name of that bug robot, but I remember them specifically from the original arcade game. They're a pain in the ass. Speaking of pain in the ass, Baxter Stockman is the boss here. Just jump kick at him. Your kick destroys his bullets somehow. And when he's flashing, he doesn't do any damage to you. So he's actually by far the easiest boss fight. And that's saying something considering Rocksteady's fight. Good job, Leonard. Get out of here. There's Mikey. Mikhail says, here's the river. Let's chase them. I feel like the truck would be faster than walking through the river, but maybe that's just me. Donnie. Let's go. You're the only turtle that hasn't done anything yet. Time to swim in water. The exciting water music. Another hot jam. Essentially 2 paths you can take on this stage, but they both lead to the same place. You can ride the logs to avoid walking in the water, which means you get to avoid these record-looking boulders. I think they have a specific name in the manual, but I don't remember what they are. But eventually, they kind of go away anyway, so you do have to go in the water. Oh. Thankfully, you get pizza every now and then. So now we have to hop down here since the logs are gone. Robotic fish are coming after us. Oh, they look like they're wearing sunglasses. Gygus is back. Or as you used to say as a kid, Gigas. More wet pizza, which apparently the turtles do not care about. I guess you kind of don't get to be picky when you live in a sewer. You kind of learn to stop being picky. I find it funny thinking about it, and I'm sure other people feel the same way. The fact that pretty much every generation at this point has been able to grow up with the Ninja Turtles. There have been 3 different eras of the show at least. Like there's the late 80s, early 90s cartoon that I grew up with. There's the 2003 series. There's the 2012 series. There's Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there's even the live action movies and even the live action show, The Next Mutation. Like, it's one of those series that just never went away. And I think it's still cool that to this day, people still can say they like the Turtles. And and you usually get a positive reaction out of that. Like my nephews, they're 7, and they love the Turtles too. I think that's fucking great. It's so cool that we can just, like, I have a giant Michelangelo here. Because they used to sell like 4 foot tall, like 2 scale Ninja Turtles at some point. And I bought him, because I'm a child. But he's hung out in my office for years, and the first time they saw him, they loved him. They tried to play with him. It was great. Sorry, I stopped moving because bonus minigame. I didn't want to lose my train of thought. But instead, now I need to figure out another number. What do you got for Splinter? 10 chances to find secret, no! Same strat, start at 500. Smaller. 750? Bigger, all right. 625. Bigger still, okay. 575. 565. Still. 535? Okay. Let's just go 550 then. I want to leave some numbers for myself. This is... Wow, okay. So I got 15 numbers left to narrow down at this point. Hey! On the 7th turn too, nice. Cool, back to full health, let's go. So I don't know what it is, but Donnie looks like he has the most range. Like, I'm not crazy for thinking this, right? It definitely looks like his sprite reaches farther than all the other ones. I don't know if it's just the way that, and there's pizza right there anyways. I don't know if it's just the way that they have him set up. I don't know if there's just like actual bias from whoever worked at Konami on the Turtles games. Just like, you know, he has a giant stick, he should have the best range. But that does arguably kind of make him the best since they all move and work the same otherwise. I do know in the other games they specifically are like, yeah, longer reach, sure. But they bounce about being slower, but like, he was the best turtle in the NES one, the first one. Depending on who you asked, he was the best one in Turtles in Time. Like, generally, Donnie might be the least interesting turtle because he's the nerdy one, at least based on the 90s series, but he kind of got the best deal out of all the games. Raph kind of got the raw deal because, you know, size are short, and usually they couldn't balance that out with fast that well. Although, come to think of it, as much as I say, like, oh, yeah, Donnie was the nerdy one, so you'd think people would like him the least. How many nerds screw up with Turtles? I can't say much, I'm also a nerd. I just like Mikey more, I'm sorry. Sorry, Donnie. You had some great stories. You You hit a lot of things with a stick. But I like my party dude. Okay, back to full health. This weird Sinistar monster's chasing us. More boulders, and now the stage 4 boss, Shredder. Yep, Shredder's not the final boss. Uh-oh. Just be careful though. That sword does, I believe, 2 pips of damage. You can jump over him, but sometimes if he stops walking, you end up taking a bunch of damage. Just remember to walk away, and you really don't have much to worry about. Although sometimes he will do that too, just to mess with you. Have a stick. Turtle power. All right, with that, even 20,000 hit points, score points. Let's hurry. Here is the Technodrome. 20,080 points. Going into the Technodrome. Oh, we jumped through the wall. Perfect. Who are we taking in? We could take Leonard. We could take Rap. We could take Mikhail, or we could take Tello. Let's take Mikey. Mikey, start us off strong with another bonus stage. I don't know what the point is of having one immediately, since literally nothing could have hurt you yet. But I guess they want you can get bonus points maybe? I don't think you can walk backwards in this game, so it really is just for the bonus points. Hey, all of them are perfect. I guess we did get the bonus points. And that's like the only purpose I can think of having an immediate bonus stage. Welcome to the Technodrome. It's got more foot soldiers. But it's also got Roadkill Rodney, everyone's like least favorite robot to fight in Turtles games. They always take a bunch of hits. They're always surprisingly tough. And in this game, yep, they take 2 hits. They're actually a problem to deal with. And if you get too close to them after you're hit, they will use a little electric whip. So be very careful. And of course, dodge the electricity just coming out of the ceiling for no reason. I gotta say, this is not a bad security plan that Shredder's got, but I feel, how do they get around it themselves? Imagine if you were trying to go down to your office if you worked in the Technodrome and you just had random foot soldiers just flying at you for no reason. Well, considering like we beat them up no problem, maybe it's not even that big an issue. Maybe that's like how Shredder trains nowadays. It's like, okay, send 50 foot soldiers towards me as I try to go to the bathroom, please. I need to get my training in, my steps in somehow. Uh-oh, I am taking a lot of hits. This is not good. I do need some pizza. I know there is pizza somewhere. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't want to lose Mikey. Pizza. Flying pizza box with a slice inside of it. Well, we'll take what we can get. We've taken a lot of lumps so far, so we gotta be very careful here, but we are almost done the first part of this stage, and we're also almost done the game completely. 5 stages, they're not all that long. Stage 3 is exceptionally short, as you've noticed. And this is the final platforming room, which is why the theme song's playing, which of course means the final bonus minigame is in the same damn spot. Again. Splinter, take us home. 10 chances. Find that number. Smaller. Bigger. They've all been in that range, huh? I almost went with 630, just had a spite. Still bigger. Okay. This is not going the way I expected. Still. Smaller. Okay. Bigger. So let's go 550. Smaller. 555. We're gonna be in trouble. We're gonna be making a wild guess here, I think. Oh, I could really go for a bigger or correct right now. Beautiful. Didn't have to toss a coin. We got it. Back to full health. Mikey, let's go find the final boss. Who could it be? Who's more powerful than Shredder? He asked knowingly, as do most fans of the original series at this point. It's a wall of spikes that moves on its own. That's the real villain. And here's more pizza, of course. Right after we found the bonus mini game. I don't know why I thought that would actually work. I think it works for Donnie, and maybe not. Maybe that's the benefit he has. The range, okay, Mikey's range must be similar, but like I feel like Raph's and Leo's aren't. It's really weird. It must just be a psychological thing at this point. Because they are otherwise functionally the same. Whoop, big spikes. Even big, okay, come on. We're doing good. How do they hide Mousers in the ground? I guess they are technically, they could burrow out. That's what they're known for, is digging, but I always find it funny, they're just like, I'm here now! Don't mind the damage I did to the floor! Gotta catch that turtle! Pizza box with a pizza slice. Back to full health. Another roadkill Rodney. Ooh, with a nice double kick to kill. I didn't think that would actually work. Or are they just, wait, you actually just dying to kicks in one hit? Huh. I'm curious about that. Maybe I've been wrong about the kicks. I thought the kicks were actually supposed to be weaker, but maybe they are the same strength. Or maybe I was right about the iframe thing. I think I might be right about the iframe thing. Or I just missed. But after all that adventuring, we are finally at the end. Oh, yep, because you get the big pizza, and then you go to the final boss. Krang in his robotic suit. Krang's lower body does all the damage. You can just jump through his sprite, no problem. It's, remember I said Baxter Stockman was the easiest boss fight? No, it's actually the final boss. Only his foot can hurt you. That's the game. 25,760, not a bad score actually. I think that might be my best one. We are here to save April. I like how this reads like a children's picture book. I could see myself having this book as a kid. You saved me, thank you, Turtles. They tied me to a chair. I don't know where they got a wooden chair in the Technodrome, but it was okay. And then the Technodrome left. With them inside. Or did it? Here's our actual ending. If you did not do the entire game, the ending stops after you save April. You don't even see the Technodrome leave, but here's the ending we've earned. Epilogue. Freak the Foots, mangled the Mousers, and totaled the Technodrome. That's... ... Turtle power. Just in case you weren't sure what that actually was. But what about the Shredder? And Krang? Turn to toast? Vaporize to milkshake? Ew. Or escape to Dimension X? Until we know, none of us can sleep, ever, safely in our beds. Shells. The end. So if you ever played the original arcade game, it's the exact same dialogue. It's the exact same ending. And it pretty much also ends the same way. Pretty damn close anyways. Well, there we go. That's Fall of the Foot Clan. And a nice remix of the Turtles theme. Nice build up. Here's some turtle power, slowly loading in on my 56K modem. We already saw this pose already, but you know what? Now you're seeing it move! Bye, Turtles. Dude, it was nice going back to this and just being like, wow, this is as easy as I remember it being. So one thing we didn't show is that the turtles are your lives. So if you lose one, they're gone permanently. There's no way to get them back like there was in the NES one, or even in the second one. Once a turtle's gone, that's it. You lose all 4 turtles. No continues. The game is over because, as you can see, it's a really short game. But as a kid, this was great. And honestly, not that bad to go back to. A bit clunky, bit slow. I guess I never did really go back to that. little slow and clunky. I feel like they kind of iron it out later in the later Turtle games, but fun otherwise. The end. Question mark? That's it. Game over. I mean, I guess Krang is stuck in Dimension X at least. Well, until the next game. And because he doesn't actually show up in the third one now that I think about it. But we aren't quite done here just yet. We have 2 things to show off first. Go to this screen and hold. Select B and A to unlock question mark stage. What do you do? It's the bonus game mode. You can pick whichever one you want. I guess since we only did 2 of the pick a shuriken one, let's do that. Power up. Now it's time to lose to Krang. Will Krang get his revenge? The answer may surprise you because it's no! I've never noticed how weird that thumbs up is from the turtle because you can only see 2 other fingers. It's a really weird looking thumbs up. Although I guess they only have 4 and I never really thought about it till now. And it's been weird to process since. I'm also an idiot, so that might have something to do with it. There's also one more cheat code. Let's just jump to stage 5. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Donnie! Take some damage. Thank you. Alright. Since this is a Konami game, even though it's published through Ultra Games, up, down, left, right, B, A. Fully heals you. However, it only works once. Oh no, that's just one kick. Neat. It only works once, so, after you've done it, you're donezo. That's it. So you use it when you most need it, aka when you have no health left. And that's it. That's the game. This has made me also want to go back and do Back from the Sewers, but I realize my cartridge isn't actually the North American cartridge. It's a Japanese cartridge. So I don't remember if the dialogue is in English. So I might want to track one of those down first, since I've been using actual hardware for all this, so. That's that. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. See y'all next time. I don't think the next Sunday game's gonna be a ninja game, but I've been surprised before. I'm in a ninja mood. I don't know. Maybe it's another ninja game. Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe we're just gonna leave Donatello in the Technodrome. Maybe he'd make better use of it. Shredder ain't. Shredder's electrocuting his floor. He's kind of an idiot.